The What a Stranger Told Me podcast.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Stranger things have happened.
Microphone. Confidence.
Don't talk to strangers.
All right,
Let's do this.
Hello.
Hi.
Excuse me. Sorry. I do a podcast called What a Stranger Told Me.
Yeah.
Where I go up and talk to people in the street.
Yeah, no.
Not interested?
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
no worries.
sorry.
Thanks. Excuse me, mate. How are you? I do a podcast called What a Stranger Told Me. I just go up to people and talk to them in the street.
Right.
Hear their story.
All right.
Wondering if you're willing to have a chat for 10 minutes.
No, I'm just about due to go in. I've got to get it
Oh, righto.
cut out of my eye. But good luck.
Okay, mate. Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers. Hey, mate, how are you? Good, thanks. Mate, I do a podcast called What a Stranger Told Me.
Okay.
I was wondering if you'd be willing to chat for 10 minutes or so.
I would. I've got a friend arriving in about 5 minutes.
Tell me when you need to wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, you'll see her. She'll get here. So I'm Ben.
Ben, John, nice to meet
John.
you. Mate, what's your favourite time of the day?
I got two. One is I'm a dad of two little girls, so early morning before anyone is up is about the only time that I'll ever get to myself. My kids have complex needs, disabilities and things, so yeah, it's really important to get some time. And the other is when I walk in from work and just they come running up and big cuddles and playtime, and yeah.
It's a pretty special time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about your kids? How old are they and what are those special needs?
Yeah, I've got two girls, 5 and 2, one son in heaven, and my eldest has just a really awful disability where she's on the spectrum, but the disability is the fear spot of her brain is overactive, so it tells her that more things are threats than they really are, and that all those threats are life or death threats. So kind of puts her in fight or flight. And she was managing really great, going to kindy, sociable, never needed us to say goodbye. She was happy and off and doing her thing, and then one day her brain kind of snapped and she lost most of her basic function, and that was about a year ago. So yeah, we've spent the last year just kind of trying to help her to heal, and she's still in process, and it may take a couple more years, who knows, and her life will be very different to what we imagined it would be. She may never go to school, she may never leave home. She's a brilliant person. She's got an amazing mind. She's so clever, really funny, and all of those things. But at the moment, she's just healing. So it's a really hard time for her and has been for us. And my younger daughter is, I'm grateful for her. She's a bit of a joy bomb, and in the midst of hard stuff, it's really wonderful to have that around. She's just turned 3, and I don't know how it happens, but she's just a very girl's girl. She loves pink, loves cats, wants to wear tutus and princess dresses every day, but yeah, she's a lot of fun.
Can you tell me about what the process was for you when you found out that your daughter was special needs?
Oh, look, it was pretty shocking because it came out of nowhere. She's had some particular challenges throughout her life, but yeah, it was really alarming. We had to learn so much overnight about autism and about this disability, and to really advocate for her because it's one that a lot of doctors are not super familiar with and is very new. And yeah.
Can you share with me the feeling that you had to go through? Oh,
sure. I think the real feeling. So I'm a Christian, and I'm actually on a prayer day right now. And so, start of the year, the word I had was acceptance, and I was like, oh, there's a lot to accept. I've actually moved up here 6 years ago, and in the last 6 years we've had 3 deaths, including my son, 3 seasons of really intensive grief and medical care. We're now in our 3rd season. So it's been a hard time, mate. So kind of me going, man, how do I accept this stuff? How do I still find hope and joy in the midst of it all? How do I stay when it gets hard, love when it's hard, be present? And so the feeling was, 1, first crushing, then 2 of going, almost like a determination going, how do I find a way to be hopeful and joyful and present and kind to myself and to my wife, to my daughters, in the midst of a really difficult time for our family.
That is, how do you find that thing? What are you looking for there?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, like, in Jesus, I find a hope that I cannot find anywhere else. There's no other philosophy, and I've been part of all kinds of things, philosophy or way of thinking or lifestyle or mindset or anything that has brought me the kind of unexplainable hope or joy that I have found in God. And somehow I can tell you, like 6 years, hardest years of my life, but I am more hopeful and joyful than I ever have been. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be able to be talking about that with you in this way, but I am, and I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful for that there is I guess part of the story of the good news is that there is life after death, and that at the end of what we think is like, this is the end, there's still more. And we see that, and I see that even with my daughter, that in the midst of great fear, we see her growing, we see her strong, we see her finding moments of joy. I took her for her first, one of her, like kids on the spectrum often have special interests. One of her special interests is Sonic the Hedgehog. So I took her to see Sonic the movie over the summer, and first time in the movies, first time with like lots of people, big sound, sensory overload for someone on the spectrum. But we did it, we talked about it, we prepared her, she went, and afterwards she was dancing in the cinemas, and she was so happy, and we got to talk to her and tell her, like, I'm so proud of you, and for her to be able to say like, this feeling you have right now, that's the feeling, that's the reward on the other side of facing your fear. And I was like, what did you learn from that? And she said to me, she's just 5, but a 5-year-old being able to say, if I want a life of joy and happiness, I think it'll look like learning to face my fears, Dad. That's profound for a 5-year-old. So we are learning to find hope and joy in small things, to celebrate everything, to seek beauty where it can be found, and to be grateful for much, because there is still plenty to be grateful for.
Mate, lovely to talk to you. Thank you for sharing just that about yourself. And I know you've got to go, or I've got to go. You've got a meeting. Lovely to meet you. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. You're welcome.
Thanks for listening, and don't be a stranger.
If you've got a story you'd love the world to hear, then call us on 0489 272 286.
Also, if you'd like us to chat to strangers in your town, or maybe you've got a conference you'd like us to podcast from,
then contact us at WhatAStrangerToldMe.com.
What a Stranger Told Me is made by Tim Reid and Jon Coghill.
Music supervision by Dennis Folletto.
Photography by Andy McCall and Will Reid.
See ya.